Oh, yeah. Eomar and Eowyn are played by Karl Urban and Miranda Otto. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This is the second of what will eventually be 3 movies. You weren't seen in the first one. Did you come in the middle of, what was it, a year and a half of production, or did you start in the beginning, or were you in it all along?
They've been shooting for about 6 months when I got there, and in total they were shooting about, I don't know, 18 months. So I came in part of the way into it.
All right. What was it like to join into what has clearly become this sort of merry band of brothers, and it's almost a cult, the people who've made the movie?
Yeah. It was actually a lot easier than one might suspect. Like, I've done a lot of small independent New Zealand films, and to suddenly walk onto set onto the biggest film on the planet. I mean, the first day that I was on set, there were 500 guys dressed in orc outfits, 150 guys in horses on horses, and we were on fighting in front of this 2-story backdrop of Helm's Deep. So it was big, and I was very nervous, but I must say that, you know, everybody made themselves, you know, totally friendly and went out of their way to make ourselves, you know, feel great.
Yeah, there was such a sort of reverberation from everyone we talked to from the film about this sort of feeling and emotion that everyone has sort of carried together from the...
When you work with good people like that for such an amount of time, you're destined to become really close all that time.
You had, you know, as a female in the movie, as a female human, well, you know what, let's take a little clip of you in action, and we'll come back and talk about it.
The women of this country learned long ago. Those without swords can still die upon them. I fear neither death nor pain.
What do you fear, my lady?
A cage. To stay behind bars until use and old age accept them. And old children.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
It's nice to have lines like that and, you know, be in the middle of all that rough and tumble.
Yeah, that's some of my favorite stuff. That's one of my favorite scenes in it, actually. I think that's very much what my character's about. It's great to play a woman in a film like this who would seem like the archetypal princess character, but actually has a lot of guts and strength and is a fighter. And
as you can see from the clip, there is something that is brewing between you and Aragorn, whose love actually happens to not be human.
Yes, but I don't know very much about that, so I just see him as this wonderful guy who comes in, who represents everything that I long for, and there starts to become a growing fascination between us.
I want to go back. You're from New Zealand, and you had a career there of some establishment and won like the Best Actor award in New Zealand, but you were having really difficulty getting on this film.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, it was a project, it was a book that I'd read when I was 12 and then reread when I heard Pete was doing an adaptation, and I desperately wanted to be a part of it. But they had already been filming for about 7 months, and I really felt like I'd missed the boat. But unbeknownst to me, Peter Jackson is good friends with Harry Sinclair, who directed a small film that I did called The Price of Milk. And Harry took a rough cut of The Price of Milk down to show Peter, and then literally one day, like right out of the blue, I got this call, 2 calls. The first one was, "Are you available?" And the second one was, "Would you be interested?"
Wow. And the answer was both.
They were rhetorical questions, you know.
You said, give me a couple of weeks, I'll think about it.
Let me mull this over. So you've been then on the sidelines, though, quite literally, as this first movie has been rolled out, has made almost $1 billion, has been this worldwide phenomena. Are you prepared then to latch on to this rocket ship?
Oh, it's a little overwhelming, actually. It's been nice to be able to watch it from the sidelines for the last year and just see exactly what was going to happen. I mean, my main concern through all that time was actually getting to see audiences enjoy it and be taken away with it, like I was for the first time when I went on set and I saw what Peter was doing. That's been the really exciting part. Now comes our turn, and it's all the attention, and we've got to work out how to deal with that.
And if you're sitting here looking at Karl and saying, "Why does that face look familiar?" It's probably from your People magazine Sexiest Man Alive issue. Are you embarrassed by that?
Oh, not embarrassed. I'm just unaccustomed, I guess.
Well, good luck to you both, and
Thank you.
congratulations on the second Lord of the Rings.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Karl Urban and Miranda Otto.